2 months to go now until the US election. Polls have Donald Trump and Kamala Harris neck and neck. Harris leads nationally, but the former president is ahead in 4 of the 7 battleground states. And with the race so close, Trump's making some interesting campaign promises.
A lot of people are very interested in footage of UFOs. Will you help push the Pentagon to release more footage, which a lot of people claim is available?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll do that. I would do that. I'd love to do that. I have to do that.
The escalation. It's amazing. Trump also says he'll release classified documents on the JFK assassination, as well as files related to Jeffrey Epstein. Extraordinary. Joining us now is the man who famously served as Donald Trump's communications director for a whopping 11 days, a period of time now referred to as a Scaramucci. It's Anthony Scaramucci.
You can use it in a sentence.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, you could use it in a sentence like Liz Truss lasted 4.1 Scaramucci's, something like that.
Yeah.
Use it that way.
A unit of measurement. I like it. Very good. This is very exciting. Trump releasing UFO footage, JFK secrets. The question I have is, who is this meant to win over?
Well, he plays to the conspiracy crowd. So if you go into the darker pages of X, or formerly known as Twitter, that's the sort of crowd that he plays to. That's a big element of his base. And so they think all of these things are from a rotten establishment government. And so Trump plays to that. But, you know, you can hold me to this. If he does win, I predict he won't win. But the Kennedy assassination files won't see the light of day. Never going to happen.
You recently claimed Melania hates Donald, and nobody is hoping for a Kamala victory more than her. Are you still texting with her? How do you know all this?
No, listen, I was, it was a throwaway line. I didn't think it was going to get that much attention, but I was really more focused on my wife, who I was saying hates Trump almost as much as Melania hates him. But I judge it by the Melania standard. I think you can tell from her body language and where she was in places like Valentine's Day during the Stormy Daniels crisis. You could tell that that's a, to quote Governor Walz, that's a weird relationship. And so most things around Trump are weird. I happen to like her a lot, though. I think she's a very down-to-earth person, a good mother. And so I feel sort of bad that got as much attention as it did. But, I think it's prima facie that you can see the displeasure in her face at this point, given who he is and what he's done during their marriage and what he's like as a human being. So, but that was more focused on my wife disliking Trump, which got me into trouble when I was in the White House.
Trump is neck and neck in the polls and ahead in some key battleground states. But you say that Trump is in trouble and he knows it. Why?
Well, the momentum is away from him. And as you know, in politics, I'm sure it's very similar down here. She's catching a wave of momentum. And if you look at the demographics have changed dramatically since his last victory. Remember, he won that by about 150,000 votes in those swing states. And so she will obviously win the popular vote. And she's just getting geared up in those swing states. And so remember, she's only in the race maybe 45 days as of right now. And so it's going to take her a little bit of time to catch that momentum. But over the next 15 days, I think you'll see these spreads widen. And I'll just point out that he is under-resourced in those states. So the poll numbers right now mean little. They'll mean more in October. But remember, this is a get-out-the-vote election in the United States. Most people have already made a decision of who they're going to vote for. And it's just who's more organized in those swing states. 20 million baby boomers have died since the 2016 election that he won. And about 40 million Generation Zs have been added to the voting rolls over that 8-year period of time. So that demographic mix is harder on Trump. Some of the things that he did to Secretary Clinton are not going to work on Vice President Harris.
Hey, can I call you the Mooch? I feel like we're friends now. We've seen together.
I've been called a lot worse than that. You can call me anything you want, but I can just let you know I've been called a lot worse than that.
It's been
of course you can call me the Mooch.
It's been 7 years. You've worked for Trump for 11 days. Is it time to bury the hatchet and vote for your former boss?
No, I think he's a systemic danger to the United States. He represents something against the core values of the United States. So no, there's no time yet to bury the hatchet. And by the way, it's not personal. People say to me, oh, you got fired by the guy, so therefore you're aggrieved. It's just categorically not true. I supported him. I was fired in 2017, provided media advocacy and support for him up until August of 2019. Once he started attacking me, I'm a New Yorker. I can handle it. I think I called him the fattest president since William Howard Taft just to shake him up a little bit. But she's not the person that should be the president. So yes, happy to bury the hatchet with him in sometime in 2025 after he loses, and let's hope he doesn't run again in 2028.
Well, Anthony Scaramucci is in Australia as a guest speaker of the Association of Superannuation Funds of Australia Investment Summit in Newcastle. That's quite the mouthful.
It is.
Anthony, thank you so much for your time. Enjoy Oz.
Good to be here. Thank you, guys.